Okay, we left off Nun Hey. Okay, Nun Hey, second column, the second paragraph. Paragraph Yakiva. Gemara Shabbos says Ton Rabbanon Hana Lovim Ve'edim Ovim. Famous. It's Gemara Bava Kama too. Those who are embarrassed and don't embarrass others. Shomim Cherposon. They listen to their disgrace. Ve'edim Yeshivon. They don't respond. Osim Miavo. And they do the mitzvahs Miavo out of love. Usmech B'Yisurim. And they rejoice even when they have difficult times, when they have suffering. Those who love him, they will shine like the sun in its strongest moment. Let's say a person, somebody tries to insult a person and it falls on deaf ears. So it's the big deal. Like the Gemara says that Bushay, when you pay, if you embarrass a person, you have to pay. It's considered damages. But it's Lafiyah Mevaish, Lafiyah Mezbayish. It's the one who embarrasses, the one who's embarrassed. What does that mean? Let's say you're walking down the street and a crazy homeless guy starts calling, saying all kinds of insults to you. You're embarrassed. Something wrong with the man. He's a beggar, he's a homeless, it means nothing. So therefore, you don't pay damage for embarrassment. When it says Hanel Lovim, we're talking about a person who was affected. He truly was embarrassed. He's mispiled. He's affected by the embarrassment. And yet he doesn't respond. If you don't respond because you don't value the man, you don't value what he says, okay, it's not such a great thing. But if you do value, and you hear, and you are insulted, and you're hurt, and despite the hurt you don't respond, that's considered something great. That's the Maharal is pointing out. That shows the humility, the simpleness of the person. Like, who am I to respond? He hurt my feelings, therefore what? How do I have a right to respond? One who goes into embarrasses and disgraces, but he has the negative characteristic of azus. This is brazenness. He's brazen, insolent. Yeah. Even if a person goes and responds, and he's responding with this insolence because he's reacting. Nevertheless, you can't react unless you also possess that characteristic of insolence and brazenness. Because a person is truly what we call truly. There's no word in English. Edel. You have that real edelkeit. If as much as you hurt that person, there's no way he could come back like a ferocious animal back at you. He just doesn't have it in him, right? Because he's so refined and so quality. He can't do it. He doesn't have it within him to do it. He has azus to some degree. The one who has this fierceness, he doesn't have the midah of simplicity. Those who are embarrassed, but yet they don't respond. They don't embarrass others. So they're confirming that they don't have azus. Any person who's insolent, he's out of the realm of simplicity. Even if the Gemara says, we had the Gemara, Beis says, Gimel Lazim, right? The three areas of azus. It says, Yisrael Nesivos Olam, the Jewish people among the nations of the world, were azim. Azus means like fierce. And it says, Amolei Torah, if the Torah wasn't given it to us to temper us, the nations of the world couldn't stand up to us. That's the fierceness of the Jewish personality.
In terms of what, being aggressive?
Fierceness. Meaning we would react in a way that the world couldn't stand up to our reaction. But because we have the Torah tempers us, and tempers us, and I mean, the way I understood it is, it's not only refines us, but it puts things in perspective. And because it puts things in perspective, that's why it's controlled. You understand? I'll give you an example. A person is, we say, some people, they cut off their noses to spite their face. The employer didn't give the person the raise he thought he should get. And he goes and he feels like telling the employer off. Tells the employer off, he loses his job. And he'll have nothing. He won't even have means to support his family. So what does he do? He remains silent, understanding that the risk he's taking, he probably will lose his job. But another person, he will react. He'll say, I'll take my chance. And even if I should, it's okay if I lose my job. Maybe it's total. But that emanates from, because the reaction, he can't control his anger. But it's the ha'ozer. So it's the same thing. A person who's more controlled, even though he has it within him to react, but why is he able to control it? Because it's 10%. I'm saying, Klal Yisrael, we're azim naturally, we'd actually devour the world. That would be the intensity of reaction. But because we have Torah, we're able to put in perspective. It's not worth it. It happened because, right? We're able to give understanding why it happened. Person's insulted, something. Hashem, like the Chinuch says, Lositor, that if Hashem wouldn't want you to be hurt, you couldn't have been victimized. It's true, he was the one who victimized you, but why you were the victim had nothing to do with him. You were meant to be the victim. So if you put it in that context, there's no reaction to that person. There's no reaction. He was just the agent to hurt you. So there's nothing personal there. Is he a bad person? He's a bad person. Right? But it's not because of him, that's why I'm suffering. Because Hashem wanted I should suffer. It's the chinuch. So that you can only put into perspective if you have Torah. Without that, you can't put that in perspective. To be continued.